Hey everybody, it's Saratoga. So I wanted to record this audio message for you guys, especially if you've been following me for a while. Now, the reason I'm doing this as an audio recording instead of on camera is I wanted to do this quickly and I don't have time to film it and do the editing and all of that. So I figured I would just do it just spontaneously as an audio message to all of you. I want to just mention something, a change that we're going to make. It's a small change. It doesn't really affect anything on a big level, but I think I want you to know this. So, as you know, I always introduce my videos, and I say I've worked for many years with Archangel Michael and Telstar, and we're going to drop calling him Archangel Michael, instead just refer to him as Mikhail or Michael. And this is by his request as well. And I'll explain to you why. I just want to say this so you guys don't get confused when you hear me introduce my videos. So I've been doing this work for over 30 years, a long, long time. And the way it started is I'm a walk-in. I worked with Telstar, and I'm going to refer to him as Archangel Michael because that's still who he is. But he doesn't want to publicly use the term Archangel very much anymore, because he says there's so much religion attached to that phrase. There's so many projections, and it actually serves to become more of like a straitjacket in messaging. Like he can't really say everything that needs to be said because there's so many projections on that, and they are ancient. I'm sure you guys know that, religious projections, everything. So when we started this work together, basically what he did is, he has tremendous love for planet Earth. I'm just like unimaginable level of love for this planet and everyone on it. And because he foresaw way back that this planet was on a really serious trajectory that may not turn out so well, right? I mean, we've seen that for many years because of the controllers and all the stuff going on. So what he did is he actually commissioned a group from outside of this universe called Telstar. Telstar is just a word that we use in our language. It's only a word to define their function here. So that's a group of beings. There are 5 of them to work together with him, especially in a certain way here on Earth. So I've always referred to him as Mikhail or Michael. That's how he's referred to himself. And it's funny because I am a full body channel, and I have channeled Michael and I've channeled the other beings in Telstar individually. I don't channel them as a group. And whenever I would channel Mikhail, people always knew it was Archangel Michael. It was so funny because we never talked about that, And people would say to me, "That's Archangel Michael, isn't it?" And I would say, "Yeah, how did you know?" And they would say, "Well, it's so obvious." Or, they would say that to my husband, who he talked to people more than I did because I was mostly channeling, so I was gone. I didn't even know what was happening. But he had the same experience where people would say, "That's Archangel Michael, isn't it?" So people knew because they were in the room with him, because I am a full body channel, and they could feel the vibration, they could feel the energy, and they recognized it. So what happened is that was when we did everything in person, live events, everything was live. And then at some point we shifted to online. And that's when he decided to reveal himself openly as Archangel Michael, because he said he wanted to signal to the people who already had a connection to him but yet didn't know us in this form that that it was him. Just sort of like a little signal light. But now what's happened is this whole spiritual realm has become very, very convoluted, you guys. I'm really, really concerned about where things are going. It feels to me like in the spiritual, well, we have the New Age, New Age is like this big blanket label put on everything that is splitting into different factions. The spiritual community is splitting into different factions. What I consider to be, at this point in time, one of the most dangerous factions, and I mean dangerous to your soul, are what I actually feel like calling it the spiritual technocrats. These are the people who are starting to believe that technology should drive our spirituality, that mathematics, mathematics, science, and code drive our spirituality. It's a simulation. This is all like one big video game. I mean, it's expanding like crazy, this mindset. It's not true. It's not real. This universe is not a video game. This planet is not a video game. We didn't create any of this stuff, you guys. We're here to evolve. We're not here to pretend that we're in a video game. So that to me is like, that is a mindset that is headed straight into the abyss of AI that we have been talking about for years, literally for years, not just recently. You've probably seen me talk about it recently on YouTube, but we've been talking about this for years and warning about it. So when I say Telstar, I'm referring to the 5 beings and Archangel Michael, who I will now refer to as Michael or Michael. He always would say that. He would say, he referred to himself as Michael or Michael, whichever is your preferred pronunciation. That's how he would state it. Because we cannot have these new age projections and religious projections on what we're trying to do and on this work. It's too serious a time, and it's just not healthy. It's not good. It's not helpful. Oh, and I also want to mention from where Telstar emerges, because there is a larger, I don't know what I'd call it, a body of energy. It's outside of this universe. The reason it's from outside of this universe is because we need a touchstone. This universe, as I've told you guys many times before, is evolving out of duality. So we need an energetic touchstone from that which is already not in duality, which is beyond this universe. So there's something that's we've referred to as, I'll just use the initials IUCCEP, IUCCEP, which stands for Interuniversal Confederation of Communication and Evolutionary Processes. The sole purpose of this, I know it's tempting to think of this as like some kind of an earth-based type of organization, but we don't really understand it because it's beyond our comprehension how things work outside of our universe at this point. But the sole purpose is to support this universe in whatever way is needed to evolve out of this state of duality, which is not helpful. It's a very difficult situation, as I'm sure you know, and I won't elaborate on it here. But yeah, that's where Telstar emerges from. So it's almost like, I don't know if the word's consortium, I'm not sure, but hopefully you get the idea. So the bottom line is this: nothing has really changed. I think this will be very positive, because I think once you step away from all the projections, like that title is like a magnet for projections, expectations, demands, judgments, all kinds of stuff, right? Then things can be said out of a pure place that is very, very powerful, because it's outside of the realm of all of those old patterns, old beliefs, old things that no longer serve us. So nothing has really changed. I'm actually hoping that maybe we will be able to hear some channeled messages from them again with this slight change. So yes, still Archangel Michael, that has not changed. He just does not want to have the title become a magnet for projections and religious constraints and all of that. So I hope that makes sense to you all. I truly hope so. I'm going to have a lot more to say about what's going on with this planet, because things are changing so rapidly, so quickly. It's really incredible. So, anyhow, I think that's all for now. Thanks so much for listening, and I will see you guys in the next video. Namaste, everyone.